Welcome back to Clark Park in Tucson, Arizona on a gorgeous Saturday afternoon, though it is very hot. July handball is extremely warm, 115 degrees on the court right now, just over 100 degrees in Tucson, Arizona for this men's final. The number 1 seed, Luis Cordova, going up against Sam Esser, who came in at the number 7 position but has been playing out of his mind during this tournament. This is Icebreaker number 1 final. Let's take a quick look at the path that these guys had to take in order to get to this spot here. It was Luis Cordova getting past John Bike Jr. in the round of 16. He slips just around big, tall Max Lane Mack in that round of 8, and then Eric Torres gave him a heated battle in the semifinals. Shorty Ruiz lost to Sam Esser in that same semifinal. It was a close match, but before that, Esser got past brother Daniel, one half of the Flying Cordovas, in that round of 8, and then the round of 16, Sam Esser defeated John Chapman. As these guys get ready on the show court right now.
Okay, we're playing the finals. First man serving will be Luis Cordova from Juarez, and receiving will be Sam Esser from Tucson. Score 0, serving 0.
You heard the announcement from Jesse Aranda, our referee, and Luis goes down and gets a short serve to start it off.
Serve.
Luis has a great combination of serves that'll go deep and then that ball just over the line. That was a good shot. Not only was it direct, but it also had a little wrinkle on it at the end. I have to say, coming into this final, it was much anticipated, no doubt, but both players are completely, extremely spent. Look at this replay here. Ball just over the line there and then just sticks. Esser was hoping that that ball would check on the sidewall, didn't do it. 2-0 is the score here. That's 2 aces now for Luis Cordova. This one a little bit longer, and it sticks as well. That was a natural hook.
3, serve 0.
3 quick points for Luis Cordova. 4 points and 3 aces. How are you going to beat this serving barrage from Lucho? And he almost gets another one. That was just off by about 2 inches.
Serve. No. Point. Five, serve 0.
First big opportunity for Esser, and it was a perfect defensive shot from Lucho.
Point.
It's almost as if Esser has lost his legs, and we're only 6 points into this.
6, serve 0.
If you look at the scoreboard, red numbers mean points, white numbers are the aces on the serves.
Point. 7, serve 0. No.
Sam's missed a couple opportunities now to get Luis out of that server's box. And already 8 points in, Esser calling a timeout. It looks like he's laboring just a little bit. Sam Esser, 2022 Icebreaker, comes in as a number 7 seed, 5'10", resides here in Tucson, Arizona, his home court now, Tucson Racket and Fitness. His highest pro ranking, number 5. Left hand, kill down the left is pretty darn good. You can see his strengths, his favorite athlete, Patrick Mahomes. Missouri State Bear Bash is his biggest win, he says, and he's married to pro handball player Michaela Esser. There's the donor wall here at Clark Park. Those that helped rebuild and refurbish this amazing outdoor facility. This will give you the aerial shot of Randolph and now what we call Clark Park.
Okay, time in. Scores 8, serving 0.
Excellent camera angles illustrated by the WPH film crew, and another ace serve from Luis Cordova. Look at this one, just clipped the side wall. This is the traditional ace.
Scores 9, serving 0.
9 points, 4 of them off aces, make that 5 off aces. I mean, nothing you can do with that serve. It's just too perfect. The only way to tame it is to make the players only have one serve. They can't get a second serve.
Second serve.
But I'm not suggesting it. I'm just saying.
Point.
Esser hit that ball off the court, but on the plus side, if there was such, he made it to the front wall. I mean,
11, serve 0.
11-0, 5 aces. Make that almost 6. His first strike, though, was an ace. And Luis Cordova looks unbeatable right now. This is the way you need to play it.
Point.
Luis knows how hot it is right now, how fast the ball is, and he's capitalizing with great serves and great first strikes. And here goes another ace. Luis Cordova, 6 aces now. Look at this one. I mean, he's serving like Brother Daniel at the moment.
Yeah, right there.
Such a perfect serve.
13, serve 0.
And Luis gets the hand slap from Sam Esser. Luis said that ball hit me on the way by. I don't think anybody would have called it. And Luis called it on himself.
Tight out.
Sam is all out of sorts. When he has chances to get into pole position, he hasn't capitalized.
13, serve 0. No, side out. Zero, serves 13. Point.
Oh, and he gets his first ace as well. Sam Esser going for that just over the line serve. Gets finally a point on the scoreboard. Now he goes deep. Very difficult to play a ball up front like that and then a deep ball. And now Sam's got 2 straight points plus that side out.
2, serves 13.
Remember, Luis was up 13-0. See if that comes into play.
Okay.
I kind of agree with Luis on this. He called that. Luis wanted to call that a screen. I thought it looked like a screen from that camera angle.
Point.
And an excellent serve off the court, out the left door, so to speak, from Sam Esser. As we give you the aerial view from the drone, about 150 feet off the ground. Can't go much higher than that because FAA regulations, and we're so close to the airport. Back into it here. This should check up for Luis. Excellent shot. Sam just lets it go and then punches Luis in the belly. That was a perfect offensive shot.
13, serving 4. Oh, no.
Sam tried it himself and it didn't work. Now 14, game point for Luis Cordova.
Point, 14, serving 4.
Luis looks really good. The best we've ever seen him out here. And a nice little dump shot from Sam, and then Luis flips it over his head for the final point, gets number 15, and he wins game number 1 of Icebreaker Small Ball 3-Wall Men's Finals here in Tucson, Arizona. You can take a quick look at that scoreboard here. We'll have game number 2. You have to win by 2 coming up right around the corner. Luis led 13-0 there in game number 1 before Sam scored 4 straight. And then Luis came back and got the final 2 points rather quickly to take game number 1. You're watching the WPH Outdoor 3-Wall Icebreaker Men's Finals from Clark Park Mid-July Handball. You can't get much better unless you work at an air conditioning shop. I guess you could get a little bit better. It's only about 115 degrees out on the courts right now, just over 100 in Tucson. Not even 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Opening rally of game number 2 after Cordova takes game 1, 15-4.
No, side out.
Sam walked onto the court earlier today and just looked like his legs were out.
Score 0, serving 0.
Both of these players playing a lot of rounds of handball.
Point. 1, serve 0.
There's the first ace, first ace here in game number 2. 6 aces in game number 1 for Luis Cordova.
2, serve 0.
Just excellent serving, and if Sam did return the ball, Luis had some excellent first strikes.
Point.
Out of 18 points scored, Luis Cordova's
3, serve 0.
had 7 aces.
Oh, short.
And he was going for number 8 right there. 7 aces out of 18 points.
Second
That's not
serve.
bad, especially in outdoor handball.
Oh, point.
You hear the referee let out a little emotion there for Esser and his miss. Cordova up 4-0 here in game number 2.
4, serve 0. Short.
Just missed another ace kill
Second
shot.
serve.
You know, those serves are so difficult because they're on the deep line and they have a wrinkle. You find yourself backpedaling just to make sure you get your body into position
5, serve 0.
to transfer your weight correctly, and then all of a sudden the ball hops away from you as Luis goes back to that ace serve again. Luis boxing out Esser, who knew he was out of position, slices that ball down the right wall, gets point number 6.
6, serve 0.
We're going to 15.
Point.
I mean, nobody looks like they can beat Luis Cordova in this tournament. He's just rolling right now. Clark Park, a great family place to bring the kids, the significant other, and, well, even pets. Beautiful park, really.
Okay, time in. Score is 7, serving 0. Point.
Yeah, we'll call that an ace. It's not an unforced error.
8, serve 0. Point.
Another one. 24 points and 9 aces.
9, serve 0.
Even when Sam Esser makes a great shot, Luis is right there to dig it out. And just a beautiful pass shot down the right wall. Watch how Luis just kind of holds that ball a little longer, waits for Sam to commit, and then just pops it down the wall. Nice hands from Esser.
Tight out.
Sam played that ball perfectly. Goes over the top of the ball to keep it down.
0, serves 10.
Sam looking to get onto the scoreboard here. He scored late in game number 1 when he was down 13-0. He finally scored and then got 4 straight points. Here he's down 0-10, and there's a side out. Luis now serving, trying to
10,
put the
serve
donut
0.
on Esser here in the final.
No. Point. 11, serve 0.
We're not going to consider that an ace, although it's close. Unforced error. Oh my goodness. Sam got that ball back to the front wall. Luis just,
Point.
out of formality, hit it back to the front wall. Sam was so far back that he just sat down on the bleachers for a quick second to catch his breath. And there's the timeout being called. I think Luis would have called that himself if Sam didn't do it.
Timeout.
Luis Cordova coming in from Juarez, Mexico, now residing in El Paso, Texas, just over the border, but spends half his time there. 6 foot tall. He feels like he's more like 6'4" when you're on the court with him. A lot of strength. He hits a heavy ball. San Angel Athletic Club is what he calls his home court. His highest ranking is number 2, although it feels like he has been right up there with the very best and even touched the number 1 spot for a week or two. Anticipation, poise, his court coverage, consistency. The fact that he plays sort of the way that Muhammad Ali would box.
Score 12, serving
rope-a-dopes
0.
with you long enough to wear you down.
Short.
And then he attacks you. That's sort of his style. He's always been
Second serve.
underrated in the fit department. And that ball stuck up for Luis, and he popped it right back down the left wall, now 13-0.
Point.
Underrated meaning that he's always been extremely fit.
13,
But he
serving
doesn't get his
0.
name mentioned up there with those other great athletes that play the sport. You have to be fit in order to throw your opponent around the court, and that's a beautiful shot that goes off the side wall and out the court. Probably the best shot in outdoor handball.
14, serve 0.
Cordova has excellent off-balance power.
Good game.
And there it is. The finals go to Luis Cordova taking down Sam Esser here in 2 quickies. That was a fairly quick handball match as Luis Cordova wins the Icebreaker Challenge, and here we go.
That was good. Very needed. Thank you.
Luis Cordova taking the ice.
Lucho, congratulations on winning your first Icebreaker title. It seemed like something changed this morning. You were down 11-7 against Eric Torres in that first game, and from that point you outscored Eric and Sam 53-8.
Yeah, I mean, I think with Eric it was more. I was down and I started playing more like small, like a 4-wall, you know, like serving low, hard, and then shooting it, hitting it hard, and. I mean, with Eric, I got like out of the final, what was it, from 8, I got like 5 aces probably. So that was kind of that was the difference with Eric. And then in the second game with Eric, he was kind of like, that was a tough game, and he was a little more tired than I was, and I was just swinging hard in the second game. I wasn't really doing that serve, but he just couldn't get back in. And with Sam, I just went in with that mentality of you gotta like just play, like just swing. I mean, good serves, low serves. And I mean, I was really on with the serves today. So, I mean, I don't know. I probably got like more than 10 aces for sure. So, yeah, that was the main thing. My serve.
There was a noticeable difference between your power and everyone else in this tournament. You were hitting the ball much harder, and that seemed to be the difference. Like you said, particularly on that serve, those hard serves down the right, unreturnable. You start off the match against Sam with about 7 or 8 aces in a row. Yeah,
and then when I'm in the rally, I'm not used to playing 3-wall, so like Sam and some of these guys have like good, like Chino, they have good, like soft, high, deep shots, and I don't have that, measured, so I go out or like they're too short, so I just, hit it hard down the middle, and they're kind of difficult to retrieve, because they're coming hard at you, so even if you get your hand on them, you don't really, you can't really do much with them.
You've really turned it around in your Icebreaker career. Your first Icebreaker match, you hadn't played in a while. You were exhausted halfway through your first game. Now a couple of Icebreakers later, you've made a final, and now you've won one. So it's got to feel good.
Yeah, it feels good. I mean, not just in icebreakers. I was in general. I went through a little phase there of every single tournament I went to, I would lose in the first round pretty much. I mean, I didn't go to many, but it was rough. The coronavirus hit and I stopped playing and stuff. So, but now I feel good. I'm back in shape. I feel good.
I know you said you've been playing mostly 2-wall fronton in Mexico. Do you think that helps you when you come out here to these 3-wall courts?
It helps me because I'm playing under the sun, so I guess it helps a little bit in that regard, and it helps me with my conditioning a little bit because it's a workout with the shots and stuff. Not really, it doesn't really help much. I mean, at all, I would think, because it's completely different. But definitely with conditioning, kind of like cross training.
Well, Lucho, congratulations! Very dominant performance. Look forward to seeing you now in the big ball.
Big kudos out to Luis Cordova, taking down his first ever yellow jersey outdoor on the 3-wall courts at Clark Park. He does it by defeating Sam Esser 15-4. 15-0, and now he finds himself in the big ball men's pro final. Coming up next, we're actually going to have to wait about 15 minutes before we allow those guys to play, just to give Luis a breather, but this match against Esser only lasted about 20 minutes, so he doesn't need much. We'll find out next. Thanks for tuning in to WPHLive.TV.